Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be mad. We're here at the Zenvo House, it's Monterey Car Week, and today we're heading to Exotics on Broadway. Now behind me, we've got the two new Zenvo Auroras, but take a quick look at this beautiful location. This is where Zenvo's clients and customers have been popping down to chill out, to spend some time. It is lovely. Take a look at the Aurora Tour, also the Aurora Agil, and we're going to be at a future time taking a better look at these. But of course, my Zenvo TSR-S is out here as well, and today we're going to go for a little drive. We've got a few stops along the way on our way to Exotics on Broadway, which I've been to a couple of times before. It's always a little bit insane, and you're going to see what I mean by that as we make our way over, go for a bit of car spotting, go for a few checkpoints, head over to Exotics on Broadway and take it all in. It is a beautiful day, but let me get this started. Last year, we actually went to Exotics on Broadway in one of the factory Zenvos, the blue car. But my car is, of course, here this time around. So let's get it ready and let's give it a start up. Oh yeah, right. It's time to go. Aston Martin, DBS and DB12. Take a moment just to spot the difference between them. Is that a Singer? That looks like a Singer. Must have been a Singer. What's that coming towards us? McLaren P1. That's nice. Silver. And a couple of classics and all sorts of things. You just never know what you're going to spot on the road here. We're driving all of 5 miles at the moment to our first stop, and already just multiple ridiculous cars. We're actually going to go and visit a couple of different houses. So lots of people, lots of companies, dealerships, manufacturers have their own houses and areas out here, which is really fun because it means lots of being able to have quiet time, understand things, learn about products, see cool things, meet people. But obviously driving for a second year in a row in a Zenvo to Exotics on Broadway, might even be a third year next year. What's here? A couple more classics coming through. Hey. The VW bus. Yeah, you just never know what's around. We've got the 6x6 we see, and the second one. They always drive them together, which is kind of wild. Those things are massive. And just, we haven't filmed normal traffic, like there's a California just over there, because how much of that can you show? And a bright green DBX just up that way as well. And oh, MC12 Corsa 918. Okay. Team Loansharks. And we've got Sean. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna awkwardly just wait here for a second and hope that they come this way. Just gonna stop and hope. Because if they do, I wanna see them come past. If they don't, I just wanna hear them go past anyway. They're going the other way. Look at that. What on earth? Okay, that is mad. That is absolutely mad. I can hear it still. Anyway, we're heading this way. Random Viper, just chilling at the side of the road. That is the Chroma Flare GT2RS. Lovely, very, very nice. We're actually back on the road. That meeting we just had has run on slightly, which means getting to our next destination a little bit later than planned. But hey, we're on the way to Exotics on Broadway. We were on the way, we should have turned left there, except I got distracted by the GT2RS. We'll work this out. That is an example. That's the Maserati house, which is where they've been showing, oh, we've got some MC20s and Gran Turismos. The MC Extrema, also following at the moment, a 488 Spider. It's just disappeared around the corner. 296 GTB. Not long for my 296 GTS. It's going to be home very soon. This is just normal traffic right now. We've got a Corvette to the right of us, as you do. Behind a Hurricane Technica, and then that is not a regular M3 alongside Hennessey Venom F5. Oh, 2 Hennessey Venom F5s. That's amazing. How cool is that? As we are, oh, a whole line of Hennessey Venom F5s. I'm just going to hang here for a moment because there's literally a squad of them, which are presumably departing from where we're heading right now. How many of them are there? Loads. Anyway, we need to get some fuel, so literally in here. and once we've got some fuel, we can actually get to the event. But that was a nice little distraction. Welcome to Exotics on Broadway. Now I've got to apologise because the microphone might have got unplugged at this point, but nonetheless, let me bring you through the journey as we arrive, because this place is absolutely heaving. The streets are lined with amazing cars. Not that you can really see all that much of them. We've got McLarens, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, all sorts of different things, bright, bold, plenty of Carrera GTs, a whole lineup of CGTs, in fact, and so many Koenigseggs amongst others. We're unfortunately going to have to skip straight on through, but mark my words, you're about to see a ton of very, very exciting cars at this year's Exotics on Broadway. We've got to come and talk about the cars. Look at where this starts. We've got the Pagani area here with 7 Huayras in a row, starting with a Huayra Roadster BC, one of 40, removable roof panel. This car has the snorkel over the top. Look at this thing, blue tint carbon, exposed clear carbon, the red and blue details and stripes, love that. Then we've got car groms with MV-BC, Macchina Volante, the Huayra BC. This was one of about 30-ish. If you want to check any of these cars, they're all on exclusive car registry. I am sure the very unusual car that actually rode in the other day with Devon from Car Groms. We've then got 1, 2, 3, and a yellow one, 4 Huayra Roadsters out of the 100 that they made in total. Look at this tinted red carbon fibre, lovely, lovely spec. This car's actually driven an awful lot of miles. The owner gets it out there, actually basically daily drives it. We've got the removable Targa roof panels with the glass window. Obviously roof off on a day like today would be lovely, but it's actually baking hot. Satin black over the very light white interior on this one. The orange is bright and bold, I like that, with the exposed carbon stripe and then the orange painted detail down the center as well, that pinstripe element. This is the King. We know this Huayra, actually saw it in Los Angeles, one of 100 original Huayra coupes as well. Before, next to that, we have Big Bird, and I really like the yellow paint with the blue carbon fibre. That contrast that you have. I've always liked yellow with blue carbon details on a car. I think it looks really smart. And just look at that line. This is one part of Exotics on Broadway. That first line of 7 Paganis. Let's go see what else we can find. Just look at this. The lineup goes on and on and on. That's a very, very loud Gallardo. That's insanely loud, but look at this. Look at that lineup. We need to walk down this. McLaren Solus GT, one of 25, the first customer car of their V10 track car. McLaren Senna, one of 500. The Senna VX, this belongs to GrassGasSass. We drove with them on Fuel Run. We've then got FJMillerCars rocking the little trio here. We've got the McLaren P1 hybrid hypercar. We've got the Ferrari actually from Garage 173. This is FJMillerCars as well in the Bugatti Chiron Pur Sport, one of 60. Loving the yellow and black combination. We've then got another Pur Sport. I actually remember seeing this car out here last year, the blue with the bronze details for the iconic C and the wheels. We've then got Team Loansharks with the MC12 Corsa, the race car that they drive on the road. There's no world in which this makes sense, but we roll with it because it's amazing. It's awesome to see them out driving it. McLaren Sabre, one of 15. This car I actually got to drive a couple of years ago. Look at the paint and look at this flip iridescent paint colour on it. Total work of art. Behind, we've got a LaFerrari Aperta, one of 208, next to an F50, one of 349. I mean, these are 2 of my favourite cars in the world. Both Targa roof panels you can remove, both with V12 NA engines. Of course, the LAF with the hybrid setup, gated manual that you have in the F50. What a pair. We've then got the Apollo IE, the Blue Dragon. Look at this. This thing's amazing. One of 10 Apollo IEs. Been lucky to drive a couple of them. Never saw this one before. I think I've probably now seen most of them. That Ford GT, I think that's the painted colour. That's actually painted in that metallic pink paint. Can you believe it? Look at this. Look at that spec. There are about 1350 Ford GTs in total. Valkyrie, 150 Valkyrie coupes. Look at this, look how low this thing sits to the ground. Look at that front splitter, Cosworth V12. Saw this car the other day at the event. Unreal machine. Koenigsegg Regera, one of 80. Honey, this is Dynamite's car. Sorry, it's got really loud here. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. We're on the most unbelievable lineup of hypercars you can imagine, and this isn't even all of it. This is just what we've got right here in the VIP area. You can tell when the crowd is like this that something cool is coming. The Koenigsegg Agera RS Draken, one of the 25 Agera RSs, most of which have their own fun little name.
and it's Draken that's rolling out. Remember, that was the fastest car in the world, the Agil RS, when it did its record run. Something's revving and making a whole ton of noise over there. Definitely sounds like a Lambo. But we're gonna try and beeline through here because I want to bring you down to show you a few more cars that are lurking. The entirety of this street, all the way down, is loaded with supercars. But up at this end, look, a second McLaren Sabre. Sparky is here, Sparky 18888 here with another of the 15 Sabres. And then the Centenario, one of 20 Centenario coupes, this particular car in the bright blue. And squeeze around. What a cool thing. What a really, really cool thing. This was in the earlier days, obviously, of Lamborghini's few-off program of cars. There was definitely a burnout of some description over there just then. Ah, it's mad, isn't it? I remember when this launched. Absolute madness. Right, let me try and squeeze through here, because I'm going to bring you past my car. We'll head down past the Mirage GT from Team Loansharks. I actually rode in this car in Europe about 10 years ago. Look at this, in the sun, you can see that blue metallic fleck. It looks quite dark, almost black at first glance. 1 of 25 Mirage GTs. Then we've got Top Gear Imports NJ, one of 918 918s. This car in the satin blue, just parked up and chilling here at the roadside in the craziness and chaos of all of the crowds. If I try and squeeze, I don't even know what's further down here. But the whole thing, I mean, look at how many people are around. This whole event is totally crazy. Everybody getting a glimpse of the hypercars just here as we're going to try and squeeze down, come past whatever else is going on. I'm just not even sure what we're looking at right here. Let's keep coming through, make our way by. Takes a little bit of time with the crowds, I'm sorry to say. This is, yes, the Tedson 911s. Look at that, Daydream. Oh, it's really cool actually. Carbon bodywork. And then we have the SSC Tuatara Striker. In fact, Jared's just here as well. We've been having a chat, hopefully set something cool up around this in the not too distant future, to actually have a go and share with you guys what this incredible thing is actually like, hopefully coming soon. As we had unfortunately missed a lot of them when we'd be making our way in, thanks to the, let's say, technology issues on the way, we shall check out some of the cars down here, including that CCX-R, because over here we have a line of Koenigseggs. I'm going to squeeze through. We have the FEs, Vader, the Agera FE, then what's that we're listening to? Sounds like maybe a Carrera GT. Oh, we've got the CC850. I didn't even spot that. Krista from Koenigsegg driving the CC850. Very, very cool. The manual slash automated gearbox.
Hello, sir. All good?
How you doing? Awesome. Been out in the car a few times with Krista. Listen to that, and watch for the crowd. Sounds amazing. Closely followed by the Jesko, again the car that I drove in England recently. So cool that that's out here as well. Off it goes, and lost in the crowd, like that, disappeared. Farewell for now, Jesko. And we have plenty more Koenigseggs around here as well. It's just quite hard to see everything. I'm going to skip down the back of the Koenigsegg stand, pull a sneaky one here to get down towards the cars that are lurking right there, just down at this end. Look, Koenigseggs are plenty. Check all of this out. Let me try and make my way through past the Regura. Look over here, this is definitely a bit of an obstacle course to make my way through. This is the record car, in fact, this one, the one that set that extraordinary speed. Signed up there on the engine covers as well. Then we've got the other FV down here. I have to show you this SF90 Stradale. This is Viola Hong Kong. It is an epic paint color, and we've got Pet Fred's Senna GTR alongside, one of 75 Senna GTRs. But look at this thing. What a lovely color that is in the sunshine here. How about this for a lineup? Graham Rahal Performance. We've actually seen this Singer and matching Carrera GT before when Graham showed me around his shop in Indianapolis, and we were speaking at the time about the car at the end in that lovely purple. Plus, they have a 911 Dakar here as well. But look at these two, an exact match between the Singer in signal orange for this one, including the interior, and then exactly the same for the Carrera GT. Identical spec on this car, which has been fully rebuilt, full ground up restoration to make it as perfect as new, a bespoke spec, and this is lovely. The wheels matched to the badges and those kind of details as well, and the light color interior. What a gorgeous, gorgeous CGT that is. I think it is Pagani departure time. Roads to BC on the move. A couple of others have left. This day has flown by out into the crowds. We'll probably be following suit in a moment. It's time to go. That means get this started, get some AC blasting because it's a little bit toasty. See you later, guys. Off we go. Look at this crowd. It was like this the entire way down when we arrived here. Absolute madness, and we're just crawling past the Centenario. How you doing, boss? Centenario. Is the Sabre still there, or did it go? No, the Sabre actually left. I didn't even see that making its way out. I think we got here at the right time to see as much as possible of the cars here at Exotics on Broadway. That car's cool. He's on his little McLaren Sports Series. This was absolute carnage, and we're going to go and do a little bit more spotting on the way out. There are even more. I clearly didn't spend enough time coming up this way at the event. Look at this. How many Paganis were here today? It feels like some stupid number. Hey, we've got the Huayra Roadster. There's at least 5 Huayra Roadsters today. Then we've got an Ultime, Aventador Ultime, and yeah, the madness just continues. There's clearly some kind of carnage taking place up here. Oh, that's a Rossodino SF90. That's the colour of my 296. Looks amazing in the sunshine here. Sorry to anybody who's trying to say hello here. It's just all happening everywhere at once, and I don't even know. Is that a DB5 maybe there? Look, there's another 918 up here. There's another 918. What on earth? How does this keep going like this? How are there so many epic cars in one place?
What's up, Shmi?
Hey, what's that? Viola Hong Kong again there on the 812 GTS. Lovely spec. Hey guys. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Woo. We're rolling out, rolling through. We've got an SF90 followed by, is that an Ultime as well? I think that is an Ultime. Cool. And then a Gallardo Spider. I think we're going to let some of our friends queue barge in. That's Josh, Bowden Auto House. Carrera GT, Senna GTR. Then we're going to go. And we're back in a Hypercar parade again. This just happens out of nowhere. You look away for about 5 seconds and all of a sudden you have a group of epic cars driving together. This place is complete madness. Following a Senna GTR. Oh, that's full-on race car, that thing. And the setup and the camber is ludicrous. Mad machine to be driving. I tell you what, the Tesla at the front is getting a decent pace on for driving here. Looks like we've got a pretty special display up in there at Casa Lee, David Lee's house. Ferrari collector David Lee. We'll check that out at some point. At the moment, we are going here somewhere, I think. Let's see how this unravels as we're still buying the Senna GTR and the CGTs at the moment. So many Supras around, like a Supra on every corner at the moment. Resvani tank in bright blue. Another 296 GTB. Well, that's some pretty good company right there. We're going to park in this space. Let me just swing forwards and then swing backwards, and we will make this work somehow. Well, here at Casa Ferrari, there's a wonderful Verde Hypercar 296 heading out up there. There's a Daytona SP3 at the end of that lineup next to the yellow SF90, and we also have, firstly, 250mm, and then 812 GTS, SF90, and RM Collection's very nice 812 Competizione, which matches the spec of his F12 TDF. At the domain of Bugatti, we have the EB110 GT, this crazy Chiron Supersport, a Chiron Supersport 300 plus behind, Chiron Persport, the Veyron, and the Chiron over here as well that I want to squeeze through and see if we can take a look at, the Noir Elegance, this car. Look at the way this is finished. It's really beautiful. Bugatti have a way of making some stunning cars. Undeniably. Look at the grille of that. Very nice. The car park is filled with cars we've seen today. The McLaren Sabre, one of 15, and this Rossodino SF90 Stradale Assetto Fiorano. It is a cool colour. It needs sunshine on it though. In the sunshine it looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. Can't wait for the GTS. This has been a pretty crazy day. We've actually gone for a bit of a drive. We are beside the Pacific Ocean. We've had exotics on Broadway. We have had hypercars aplenty at that event. We've seen so much more as well. But you know what? I'm going to wrap it up there. We're going to head out, go get a bite to eat. There's still plenty more to come from Monterey Car Week. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Great to see so many of you over at Exotics on Broadway. But that's it for this time, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.